Yes, absolutely, my friends. What's going on, everybody? This is Luke Pico with IroncladConfidence.com coming to you guys today, my friends, with another amazing video. Yeah, buddy, baby. I hope you guys are straight rocking that world, dude, and always transforming that psychology, baby. Yeah, buddy, baby. So check it out, my friends. If you guys are new here to the channel, you guys on this channel, we talk all things confidence building. We talk all things personal development, and we talk about stuff like quantum physics, law of attraction, and what's going on behind the scenes of your psychology, baby. Yeah, buddy. And so, if that sounds good to you, baby, consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a big old Hulk smash, dude. If this is something that you like, if this is the kind of information you like. And so, my friends, today I'd like to share with you how to reprogram the science behind your paradigm. How to reprogram the science behind your paradigm, baby. Yeah, buddy. So check it out, my friends. What I'm going to share with you, it'll definitely challenge your perception if you've never heard this before. Because most people don't realize, you guys, that, see, if you can admit that obviously we live in a material world, the physical world, right? But you got to understand something about this physical world that we live on. This is what I've learned through science, through reading books, through watching scientific documentaries and stuff, is that the whole physical world, it comes from an invisible world. That means there is something behind the scenes of reality that you can't see with your eyes. But yet somehow we manifest these thoughts in the physical world. You see what I'm saying here, baby? And so that invisible world works with invisible laws of science. It's a science that's going on behind the scenes of our reality to give us whatever frequency of thought that we think on. That should literally blow your mind if you understand what I just shared with you right here, dude. Yeah, buddy. Because guess what? When we start locking ideas together and we start creating basically locking all these ideas together, we create what is called a chain reaction called a paradigm. See, a paradigm is a complete world built out of all the ideas that we lock together. And it becomes like a chain link, right? Yeah, buddy. And here's the thing, baby. That paradigm becomes a program that we live on every day. Did you know that? Most people don't know this, baby. And so some of the stuff that I share, you guys, I know is far out there, but it's only far out there because I've actually decoded a lot of the science and stuff that I focus on, that I teach myself. And if it's true that somebody can know something that somebody else cannot know, then it's true that you can receive this information and learn something new. Can't we both agree here, dude? Yeah, buddy. And so here's the thing, baby. You see, yes, we live on a physical earth, but here's what's crazy. This is gonna blow your mind. It seems obvious, but most people belittle the obvious. They belittle the obvious, meaning they minimize its importance because it's not important to them. So why would they make it important? But yet, if you go deeper into the information, you actually realize what's really going on, dude. Yeah, buddy, baby. And so, there's an invisible science behind the scenes of your psychology, behind the scenes of your reality. Because, see, your psychology, it's giving you the reality that you have. That should blow your mind, baby. Because most people, you guys, they've never heard these kind of informations. Most people. And so, if you understand that we're working with invisible thoughts here, see, where does a car come from? Before that car ever appeared on the surface of the earth, it came from the invisible world. It was first invisible until the ideas got locked together and then pulled out into reality. This camera that I'm talking to you on, it wasn't here like thousands of years ago. The idea didn't come down into the individual's head to create this idea. You see what I'm saying here, dude? This goes for all technologies. See, technology is a science. It's a science of the knowledge that the technician or the conscious mind possesses. And if you possess certain knowledge that other people don't possess, you have to understand, when you possess that kind of knowledge, you're possessing a science. And that science has the power and the ability to create amazingness in your life. Because a lot of people, you guys, they live hard lives. They live a real hard life. They struggle. You see all this stuff on the news right now? That's the paradigm of the collective consciousness. That's the program of the collective consciousness. When people don't know what's going on behind the scenes of their psychology in terms of what they're actually creating and the reality that they're creating, you got to understand something. People don't know what's going on, so they only do what's in their nature, what they know about, which is fighting and violence and civil war and civil unrest and problems and craziness and all the stuff that you see going on in the world right now, dude. That's a program. That's people's default animalistic program. They fall into those default patterns of craziness. And see, what does that even mean? You know, civil war, right? It's civilian war. That means you and your next door neighbors are at war because of the craziness of their broken psychology. And people get all tangled up into this nonsense and they buy into it. And they keep feeding the fuel, they keep feeding it. Because they don't know what's going on in their science, in their head, in their psychology. The point is this, baby. What kind of world do you want to live in? See, how to reprogram the science of your paradigm. Because right now, you're living in a paradigm of information. That information is all your thoughts, all your habits. See, a paradigm is built out of your habits. Paradigms come from our habits. And so what we do as people is we're formulating this scientific data inside of us, which becomes our habitual pattern of operation. See, a habit is a habitual pattern. You've heard of that before, right? Habitat. When an animal's in their habitat, they function good because that's their natural environment. Yeah, buddy, baby. Check it out, my friends. Our own individual paradigms as people, they come from our habitual patterns of thinking, our habitual patterns of operation, our behaviors, and how we live life. And a lot of people, you guys, they don't even realize that they have the free will to create and sculpt and program their reality with that information. And you've been doing it since you were born, dude. This is all of us, baby. You've been programming your reality with information and you don't even know it. Because see, you have two sides to you. You have a conscious side and an unconscious side. You have a visible, you can see side, and then you have an invisible, you can't see side. That was freaking good right there, dude. That was good right there, baby. Because most people don't know that. You see, your conscious mind, it's locked onto what it can see in front of itself. So it's going here and going there and doing this and doing that. But you got a subconscious part of you, and that subconscious part of you works with the invisible world. It's picking up energies and frequencies and information all around you without you even focusing on it. See, that's why your subconscious mind, it's keeping your heart pumping. It's keeping your lungs breathing in oxygen. It's digesting your food. It's filtering your blood, your kidneys, your liver. All of it works together. Operating system, a program of operation inside of you. And not only that, but see, we go through experiences in the past from the time we're little. And all that information that's coming into us is getting stored away inside of us. And that builds what is called a memory pattern. A habitual memory pattern. That memory pattern is filled with experiences, both good and bad, both positive and negative. It becomes a reality for the person who possesses that information. And see, what a lot of people do is that, see, every day, we live in a day frame every day. And that day frame is filled up with information. Yeah, buddy, baby. Your day is filled up with information. And whatever information consumes the day frame of that program, that paradigm is what's giving you your paradigm. That should blow your mind, dude. Because guess what? You want to start working on transformation? You want to start learning how to reprogram your paradigm? You want to learn how to shift dimensions, shift into a new paradigm? See, because when you start to rearrange the information in your 24-hour frame of reality, guess what? Everything starts to change in your reality. See, you cannot have a different reality without you doing something different. That should blow your mind, baby. Yeah, buddy. Because guess what, dude? That's a program. This is how people live. Me too, baby. You too, and everyone else. We're living within a program. That program comes from a scientific database that we've pulled together, not even knowing that we've pulled together. See, part of us knows that we're pulling this information together to create our life and survive on the 3D world. But there's another part of us that it doesn't know that that's what it's doing. It's on default. It's on subconscious. That means it's below your consciousness. Yeah, buddy, baby. That should blow your mind, dude. Because see, what goes on behind the scenes is invisible universal laws that govern everything. You can't see oxygen, you breathe it in, baby. That's what's keeping you alive, breathing in that oxygen. You can't see it. You feel the air on your skin, you can't see it with your eyes. It's invisible. You see what I'm saying here, dude? Yeah, buddy, baby. Gravity, another one. Invisible laws holding you to the surface of the earth. You can't see it, it's real. And so, you don't say, no, I don't believe in oxygen. No, I don't believe in gravity. No, I don't believe in the wind. You don't say that because you feel it. It's operating on you right now. And see, what most people don't realize is they have a scientific program of information that they're agreeing with. And because they agree with that scientific information, that means they're in alignment with it. That means they get to enjoy the reality that they're creating, or they get to not enjoy the reality that they're creating. In fact, a lot of people are in alignment with the scientific information of the reality they're creating, while at the same time hating it completely. Yeah, buddy. Why? Because when your consciousness is low, when you have low awareness, you're in what is called a state of ignorance. That means you don't know that you don't know something, dude. Yeah, buddy. And guess what, baby? All of us, I don't care who you are, all of us are in a state of ignorance to a certain extent. See, I could be way up here, but I'm still ignorant. Because I have to admit that I don't know everything. And see, most people, because they haven't been climbing the ladder of transformation for the most part, because they don't teach you this in school, dude. Come on now. They don't teach you this in school, baby. And so most people go to school for so long, as soon as they're done learning, and then they go and get plugged out into the system. This is what they're going to do. This is what they're going to create. This is how they're going to live their life. And most people live miserable lives because, see, most people finish school knowing nothing about who they themselves are. This is why people get caught up in traps, negative realities, negative paradigms, not even knowing how to shift, not even knowing that they have the ability to create something completely different. You want to learn how to harness the science of your paradigms that you're living in right now? Because your paradigms, baby, your habits of routine that you live in every day, you're habitually repeating patterns all day. See, people live to just repeat information. Really stop and think about that. It makes it seem ridiculous, and it is ridiculous when you actually understand what's going on. Humans are like the most intelligent version of the ant. You look down at the ant and you don't even care about a pile of ants on the ground, right? No, they're just down there moving stuff around under the earth, under the ground. They're keeping, they're part of their environment. But they're needed, that's why they're created. Humans are the same way. Humans are exactly the same way. We're down here repeating patterns. That's all we're doing. It sounds crazy because you actually have the ability to think and have emotions and feelings and confidence and positivity and happiness and love and joy and enthusiasm and gratitude and peace of mind. And you know what people do, baby? They don't even know it. They literally repeat patterns of self-destruction, negativity, anger, violence, pride, I'm nothing, I'm worthless, poor me, victim. Because they don't know what's going on. That's their paradigm. That's their repeating pattern they've got locked into, and they're just repeating on autopilot over and over and over again. Just hitting the wall. Just like bumping the wall with their head over and over again. It sounds crazy, but this is what's going on, dude. When you actually understand from a big, like a freaking bird's eye view what's going on, this is what's going on, dude. And so, how do you reprogram the science behind your paradigm? You got to understand right now you're locked into a frequency of information. That frequency of information is filled up with all kinds of habits, all kinds of behaviors, all kinds of attitudes and beliefs that you agree with. Well, Luke, you know, I don't agree with this and I don't agree with that. If it's part of your paradigm, even though you don't agree with it, you somehow aligned yourself with that information subconsciously, which demonstrates that you agree with it even though you consciously don't. This is all of us, dude. Yeah, buddy. Because guess what? You don't learn it growing up. And so for me, I had to put myself in the world of how does reality work? How does my psychology work? How does, see, all this stuff. And so you're picking up all this information growing up, not even realizing that that information is programming you as a person. That means you're becoming the operating system of the reality you're creating. That should blow your mind, baby. Yeah, buddy, baby. That's why I get fired up, my friends. That's why I get fired up. Because I figured it out. I cracked the code to how reality works, dude. And so for me, I constantly am rewiring and reprogramming and reworking the science behind how I think. Because your thoughts, they're a program. They're a program of continually thinking in that direction. Your beliefs, your actions, your attitudes, all of it works together like an engine, like a machine, dude. And because that psychology works together, just like mathematics, it's mathematically created the geometry in your life. Yeah, buddy. That should straight blow your mind, dude. Because most people have no clue. This is how it goes. And so, if you want to learn how to reprogram the science behind your paradigm, you have to be willing to shift the information that you're working with right now. Because a lot of people, they don't even realize they're working with information. You're working with information. That doesn't mean you're just going to work and going to school and surviving, and that's part of it, but that's not really what's going on. See, the information you internalize the deepest is the information you work with the strongest. This is everyone, baby. And so, if you don't learn how to figure out your psychology, then you're not going to figure out your reality. Because see, your reality is a reflection of your psychology. It's a reflection of your program. It's a reflection of your paradigm. Yeah, buddy, baby. And that, my friends, is how I've learned to transform, to reprogram. See, your subconscious mind is governing your reality right now. Your subconscious mind is where the program lives. All your habits that you've created, your habitual pattern of thinking, your habitual pattern of behavior, your habitual pattern of what you're telling yourself. All of that, it's in the subconscious mind. And here's what's crazy about the subconscious mind. If you ain't ever heard it before, it's going to blow your mind, dude. And so, if you cut all your emotions in half, categorize them. See, you don't learn categorization in terms of your emotions in school. But here's the thing. They're real. They exist. Yeah, buddy. Luke, what are you talking about, dude? So check it out, you guys. Okay, can we not both agree that you have all your powerful, positive, happy, confident, amazing, motivated, successful achievement side of your emotions? And then the other side, you have all of the angry, the frustrated, the jealousy, the pride, the greed, the envy, the I hate life, the depression, the anxiety. That's the left side. That's the negative side. You've heard of this before, right? The sheep and the goats. All right? It's a concept. The positive and the negative. You see what I'm saying? Those are just symbolic titles and labels used to paint amazing word pictures in a person's head so that they can see a picture. All it is positive and negative. And most people don't even know that because they're not separated like that and created in categories. They're literally living life with all of these thoughts and emotions, all this positive and negative behaviors and energy patterns and thoughts and words and ideas and beliefs just swimming around inside of them. Like a big old freaking whirlwind of just nonsense. And because people don't know why they're feeling what they're feeling, why they're thinking that way, why they're acting and believing why they're believing that way, they don't even know how to gain the reins, reprogram, gain some control over their psychology. And so, if you actually understand what I'm sharing with you, you actually start to see how, when you put things into perspective, when something's into perspective, you see it clearly. When something is not in perspective, it's all blurry and messed up and all over the place. This is how people live emotionally. And guess what, baby? That's the program. See, your program of operation, your program of behavior, your program of habits create the program, but yet it's the program that produces the science of the paradigm you're experiencing right now. Yeah, buddy, baby. And so for me, I had to start taking the power back. I had to start reprogramming, rebuilding patterns, new patterns of behavior, new patterns of thinking, new patterns of believing, new patterns of who I am, who I believe that I am. Because most people live life not knowing who they truly are. They think they do, but they don't. It's a false identity. See, most people live in a false identity. They do, because they're not aware of why they're thinking the way they're thinking, or behaving the way they're behaving, or experiencing the reality that they're experiencing, dude. That should blow your mind, baby. Because guess what? You want transformation? You want to learn how to reprogram yourself? You got to get honest with yourself. This is what I've learned. You got to get honest with yourself. And then you have to actually not just get honest with yourself, but you actually have to challenge yourself to change. You have to challenge yourself to cut out the negative noise, the bad information, the bad news. Because whatever you focus on controls your program. Yeah, buddy. It controls your program. And that program is going to give you the habitual paradigm of the reality you're experiencing. You see, thoughts are science. Words are scientific instruments. You're a scientific instrument. You don't even know that. Most people don't. I didn't know that. But yet you are the most natural form of an intelligent instrument. You can think a thought and make a choice. You can speak a word and understand what that word means. You're communicating with yourself all day, every day. And so humans live life to repeat patterns. This is all of us, dude. And so for me, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna work with this. I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna be creative. I'm gonna start taking back my own reality. Because if you don't create your own reality like you wanted intentionally, you will create your reality on default, not intentionally. And so what happens is you take on a carbon copy of the reality you see out there. Mom and dad, friends, relatives, society, co-workers. And so I started to analyze. They don't seem pretty that successful. They don't seem pretty happy. They don't even seem like they want to be happy. They say they do, but their actions they're not. And so it's just like everyone's just running around like just telling themselves this story, not knowing how to escape their own story, even though they want to, but they contradict themselves, but yet they do, but yet they don't, but yet they do. And so I'm like, this gibberish makes no sense. Your program's all scrambled. I'm like, no, I'm going to crack the code. I'm going to figure it out. And guess what? I figured it out. I figured out how to reprogram the invisible scientific laws behind my psychology to create a new paradigm. That's why I do these videos. Yeah, buddy. That's why I get fired up and rock my world, dude. That's why I have a good time. Because I don't allow negative programs, negative thinking, negative people, and negative ideas and stuff penetrate my reality. And if they do, they're going to come up against an army of powerful, positive thunder power, dude. Yeah, buddy. You know, we're just having a good time, baby. That's why I do this. I like to share motivation. I like to share inspiration. I like to share the law of attraction and the science behind harnessing those laws so that you can create the kind of reality you want, baby. And that, my friends, is how to reprogram the science behind your paradigm. You have to be willing to shift. Shift your information around. Shift your patterns around. Shift your habits around, right? Because see, if you have bad habits, a bunch of bad habits create a really bad paradigm. See, you have a bad habit of binge eating, a bad habit of overeating all the time. If you have no self-control, see, people get like this in their minds. They have, bad habits all over the place, not even knowing that those habits are governing their paradigm of reality. There's paradigms everywhere. Positive paradigms, negative paradigms. Happy paradigms, unhappy paradigms. And guess what? A happy paradigm is working with happy, positive information. A negative paradigm is working with negative, unhappy information. So just start to analyze. That's what I would recommend. You start to analyze what you're doing in your life, why you're thinking the way you're thinking, and then change it. Give yourself permission to think positive, because when you start to think positive, if you're used to hanging around a bunch of people who all they do is think negative, what you're going to see happen is they're going to fight for their negativity. They're going to fight to hold on to their insecurity. But yet they're going to want the security and the positivity, but they need to fight to prove back to themselves that no, they need to hold on to their fear. But you don't have to do that, baby. You can learn to reprogram the science, the invisible scientific universal laws of attraction behind the scenes of your psychology. Think new thoughts, build new patterns, create new attitudes, create new behaviors, and you create, my friends, a new reality, baby. Yeah, buddy, baby. But that's it, champions. That's all I got for you guys today, my friends. I just wanted to jaw drop some amazing insights on how to reprogram the science behind your paradigm, dude. Yeah, buddy. So check it out, my friends. If you guys are new here to the channel, consider subscribing. If you guys like the video, give it a big old boom, Hulk smash, baby. Bah! Yeah, buddy. And hit the little bell notification if you want to receive updates when I rock these videos, baby. But that's it, champions. That's all I got for you guys today. But I do thank you guys, and I do look forward to talking to you, champions, again next time, baby. Peace. Yeah, buddy. Change the program, change the science, change your paradigm, dude.